Imagine having a brilliant thought in your mind but feeling completely trapped when trying to express it in English. Your vocabulary freezes, grammar rules scatter, and that perfect sentence you planned crumbles into awkward silence. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone. And today, everything changes. Welcome to Artificial Fluency English Stories. I'm Mia, and in the next 15 minutes, I'm going to reveal why millions of English learners remain stuck despite years of study, and more importantly, the exact steps to finally break free and speak with natural confidence. This isn't about more grammar rules or vocabulary lists. This is about transforming how you approach English entirely. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why you've been struggling and have a clear roadmap to fluency that actually works. Let's begin. Let me ask you something. Have you studied English for years, but still freeze when it's time to actually speak? Do you understand when others talk, but can't form your own sentences quickly? The problem isn't your intelligence or ability, it's your approach. The first and biggest mistake is studying English like mathematics or history. Think about it. Did you learn to ride a bicycle by reading books about bicycles? Of course not. You learn by getting on the bike, falling off, and trying again. English is the same. It's not information to memorize. It's a skill to develop through practice. Yet most schools and courses teach endless grammar rules, expecting you to somehow magically speak fluently after passing tests. It's like trying to become a swimmer by studying swimming techniques on dry land. You might know everything about swimming intellectually, but throw you in water and you'll sink immediately. The second major obstacle is the paralyzing fear of errors. I see this constantly. Intelligent people who remain silent rather than risk saying something imperfectly. Let me be clear. Making mistakes is not just normal in language learning. It's absolutely necessary. Every fluent English speaker made thousands of errors on their journey. The difference is they kept speaking anyway. When a toddler learns their native language, they make countless mistakes. Do parents mock them? Do they give up? No, they keep experimenting with language, completely unafraid, and that's precisely why they succeed. Do you translate in your head before speaking? This creates a devastating delay that makes natural conversation impossible. When a native English speaker says, "How are you?" they don't think about the grammatical structure or search for vocabulary. The phrase comes automatically as a single unit. Yet many learners break down even simple sentences, translating word by word, creating that awkward hesitation that destroys fluency. I often meet students who can recite complicated grammar rules perfectly, but can't order coffee comfortably. They've prioritized memorizing information over using the language practically. Language exists for communication, not for exams. The ability to explain the present perfect tense is worthless if you can't use it naturally in conversation. Language learning is like growing a plant. Watering it heavily once a week won't help if you neglect it the rest of the time. Similarly, studying English intensely before an exam, then abandoning it for weeks, guarantees failure. The brain builds neural pathways through consistent exposure. 20 minutes daily is infinitely more effective than 5 hours once a week. Now that we understand the problems, let's focus on the solutions. Solution number 1, change your mindset. Stop viewing English as a mountain of information to memorize. Instead, see it as a skill to develop through practice, like playing an instrument or learning to cook. Don't aim for perfection, aim for progress. Celebrate small improvements. Accept that making mistakes is not just okay, it's essential for growth. Solution number 2, stop translating. To speak naturally, you must think in English. This feels impossible at first, but there's a systematic way to develop this ability. Start with basic phrases you use daily. I need to. I want to. Could you? I'm going to. Practice these until they become automatic, requiring no translation. Gradually expand to more complex structures. Solution number 3, practice self-talk. Self-talk is a powerful technique where you speak to yourself in English throughout the day. Describe what you're doing. I'm walking to the store. I need to finish this report. This coffee tastes wonderful. This builds the habit of thinking directly in English without audience pressure. Start with just 5 minutes daily, then gradually increase. Solution number 4. Intensive listening. Your mouth can't produce sounds your ears don't recognize. Fluency requires training your ear to process English automatically. Spend time daily with English audio, podcasts, YouTube videos, TV shows. The key is active listening. Focus completely on understanding without subtitles. Start with content slightly above your comfort level. For maximum benefit, try shadowing, repeating what you hear immediately after the speaker, mimicking their pronunciation, rhythm, and intonation exactly. Solution number 5, create daily English routines. Consistency trumps intensity. Create non-negotiable English habits. Morning routine. Listen to a podcast while preparing breakfast. Commute routine. Practice speaking about your day. Evening routine. Summarize your day in English before sleeping. These small, consistent actions compound dramatically over time. Solution number 6. Surround yourself with English. Transform your environment to maximize English exposure. Change your phone language to English. Follow English social media accounts in your interest areas. Label household items with English words. Place reminders to practice English around your home. Creating an English environment means you're learning passively throughout the day. Solution number 7. Learn in chunks, not individual words. Native speakers don't build sentences word by word. They use pre-assembled language chunks. Instead of learning isolated vocabulary, focus on useful phrases. I couldn't help but notice. That reminds me of, I was wondering if you could. These chunks become building blocks that make your speech sound more natural and require less processing time. Solution number 8, practice fast speaking. Fluency requires not just correctness, but speed. Start by taking familiar sentences and practicing saying them increasingly quickly while maintaining pronunciation. Record yourself speaking normally, then challenge yourself to express the same ideas 20% faster. This trains your speech muscles and builds automatic language processing. Solution number 9, visualization techniques. Athletes use visualization to improve performance, and language learners can do the same. Before conversations, visualize yourself speaking confidently and clearly. Imagine the interaction going well. Also visualize specific scenarios. Ordering in a restaurant, giving directions, participating in a meeting. Mentally rehearse these situations to reduce anxiety when they occur in real life. Solution number 10, think in English sentences. Challenge yourself to think in complete English sentences rather than fragmented words. When you see an object, form a full thought. That red car reminds me of my first vehicle. This practice builds the habit of generating grammatically correct sentences automatically rather than constructing them piece by piece. Solution number 11, copy great speakers. Find English speakers whose style you admire, perhaps certain YouTubers, actors, or public speakers. Study how they express ideas, their intonation patterns, and even their body language. Try adopting aspects of their speaking style during your practice sessions. This gives you proven templates for effective communication. Solution number 12, learn with emotion. Information connected to emotions is remembered more effectively. When learning new expressions, associate them with strong feelings or vivid situations. For example, don't just memorize, "I'm absolutely thrilled" as a phrase for happiness. Recall a genuinely exciting moment in your life and practice expressing it with this phrase, feeling the emotion as you speak. Solution number 13, master one area at a time. Rather than trying to improve everything simultaneously, focus on mastering one aspect of English before moving to the next. For instance, spend 2 weeks focusing exclusively on question formation. Practice questions constantly until they become automatic. Then move to another area while maintaining your new skill. Fluency is a marathon, not a sprint. Remember this crucial truth. Fluency doesn't happen overnight. The English speakers you admire develop their skills through thousands of hours of practice and exposure. The key is consistent, daily effort. 10 minutes of quality practice every day will transform your English more than occasional cramming sessions. Think of language learning like growing a plant. You can't pull on the seedling to make it grow faster. You create the right conditions, water, sunlight, good soil, and trust the natural process. Similarly, with the right approach to English, fluency develops naturally over time. Start applying these strategies today. Begin with just one technique, perhaps self-talk or learning in chunks, and build from there. Each day you practice brings you one step closer to the fluency you desire. Thank you for watching. If you found this helpful, please like this video and subscribe to Artificial Fluency English Stories for more practical language learning content. Remember, your English journey isn't about perfection, it's about progress. I'll see you in the next video.